good with y'all, truckers and trucker gals worldwide? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. It is your boy, your man, your royals, the often imitated, never duplicated, the one and only Enrique Prince, also known as Prince the Trucker, aka Trucker P. You dig what I'm saying? I am currently reporting to you guys from Casa Grande, Arizona. I'm at a Walmart distribution center waiting to be unloaded. I have about 30,000 pounds of Hostess on me right now. That's right, Hostess, y'all. You know, the cupcakes and the zingers and the snowballs and all that. You know what I'm saying? We got them. We're dropping them off to the Walmart distribution center out here in Casa Grande. So I figured this would be a good time to go ahead and make some content for the channel. I hope you guys enjoy the topic today. If you are new here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel with the notification bell turned on so you don't miss any time I drop some content. And for my day ones, I really do appreciate you guys stopping by. The trucker content here on the channel and just dropping your words of encouragement, your blessings, and your comments. It really does mean a lot, and I look forward to reading them every time I get a chance to stop and check out the channel. So please keep them coming, and it's highly appreciated. You know what I'm talking about? With all that being said, we're gonna jump straight into the topic of this video. As you can see from the thumbnail, it is respecting the road and its conditions. You know what I mean? Respecting the road and its conditions are very important when you are out here over the road driving. Just driving in general, but specifically for the over the road drivers, you're traveling state to state. You might be a new driver out there, never really been outside of your home state, or maybe you ran a regional route. Whatever the case may be, we are in the month of December, so it's still considered winter months. You know what I mean? I'm just now hopping back in the truck after 4 years of taking a break. And this is the first time since I've been on the road where I have encountered, as you can see here on the screen, some adverse weather conditions. So I just wanted to break it down and talk about the importance of respecting the road and conditions. Now, at this particular point in my travels, I was headed on the I-40 eastbound towards Springfield, Missouri. It was about 11 o'clock at night. I was about 20 miles away from the border of Oklahoma. And prior to this point, it was a beautiful ride. I had just started my shift. It was clear skies. I had just left the truck stop. I had my coffee, my music going, and I was ready to roll. Do a full 11 hours, you know what I mean? I was in the right mindset, and here we are. About 30 minutes into the shift, like I said, 20 miles out from crossing over into Oklahoma, I ran into this thick blanket of fog. And from that moment, I had to adjust the way that I was traveling down this interstate. And it wasn't just a brief pocket. You know, now that I think back, it was pretty much my whole shift. There were times where it was clear, and then the fog came through, and I passed through the fog. It got clear for about 2-3 minutes, and then boom. In some instances and in some parts of the interstate, it was even thicker. You know, so basically I had to be aware of my whole shift, and I had to adjust as I was driving for the full 11 hours, all the way into the morning, which is pretty crazy. That shift alone is the reason why I am making this video and really speaking to maybe the newer drivers out there, the ones that are going to be entering the industry in 2025. And maybe even some of you experienced drivers that might come across this information. It serves as a reminder to us all. We are professional drivers out here. Do not risk your life or risk the life of civilians because you do not plan properly, you do not respect the road, and you do not respect the conditions. You have to remember you are driving a semi-truck. 18 wheels on the road. You know what I mean? I was seeing drivers around me. Like I said, I was doing about a smooth 70 before I hit the blanket. And I brought my speed down to about 40. And I was surprised at how many drivers, professional drivers, quote unquote, were still doing about 70 down that I-40. And, you know, I'm a pretty good driver. I make my times. I plan properly. I have confidence is not an issue with me. I have plenty of miles put in on this road. But I don't care how confident of a driver you are, how much experience you have. One bad move, not respecting the road, not respecting the conditions, could be the difference between arriving to your destination safely or someone else arriving to their destination safely. You understand what I'm saying? You can never take for granted what is going to happen on that road. You might have did your pre-trip, everything checks out, but every odd that's stacked against you, including the weather, is more of an increased chance of something out of your control happening. If you're barreling down the road at 70 miles an hour at 11:30 at night, where the visibility is already hard to see because of the darkness, and then you add the fog on top of that, let's just say you have a blown tire. One of your tires blows out and you're barreling down the road. You know, your reaction time and your speed are against you. The odds are against you. You have very little control over that rig once that situation occurs. You understand what I'm telling you? Never be so overconfident that you start taking shortcuts. That's the whole reason why we're professional drivers. When you see things of this nature, it is your job to adjust accordingly. You're going to have so many pressures out there. You're going to see so many drivers that, you know, barreling past you. You'll be like, oh man, I need to keep up. Or you might have some cars that are frustrated. Me personally, I haven't had that issue. I don't know. It's like an aura out here. You know, when you have the proper road etiquette, from my experience anyway, you know, people can see that. People can see what type of driver you are, and they'll do things to show you that. They'll signal and let you know when they're about to pass you. You know, in my experience, again, a lot of people, when they pass by my truck, they'll wave at me because they can see the drivers out there, the semi-truck drivers that are just making advert lane changes and driving with haste. You know, it's an aura out here. It's a relationship between the semi-trucks and the four-wheelers. If you're experienced, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like other people can feel the way that you drive your rig. So my point is, don't feel pressured by the traffic on the road. You have a CDL. You have a professional skill set. You know, planning for the unknown and the unexpected is your best bet. And when it happens, knowing how to adjust is going to serve you well. Especially if you're a new driver. If you encounter something like this, slow down. I know you might be working for a company that pressures you about time, and we'll probably get into that in another video as far as the relationship between you and your company. But I don't care what the situation is. When you're out here on these roads, you are the captain of the ship. You're running the rig. All they can do is call and be in your ear and give you a little bit of conversation and add a little pressure to the situation. But ultimately, you are in control. Reaction time is very important. I remember talking to an OG at a truck stop, and he told me, he said, hey Prince, keep in mind when you're going through these type of scenarios, only go as fast as you want to crash. And it made a lot of sense. You know, if I'm gonna run into a brick wall, I'd rather run into a brick wall at 35 miles an hour than 75 miles an hour. You get what I mean? So getting your proper rest, making sure that you're vigilant, your mind is sharp, and you're able to adapt to these things on the road that you see that are unexpected is very important. You got to be doing the right things out here. Respect the road and its conditions. That's all I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to give you guys some live clips, some live examples of what it looks like when we're traveling on the road. It's not always sunshine and sun rays, you know what I mean? Sometimes it gets pretty nasty out here, so I just wanted to give you a Prince point of view of what that can look like and put something in your ear. Respect the road and the conditions. If you enjoy this type of content, man, make sure you leave a like. Please drop a comment. Let me know what you think if you guys have any experiences over the road. And subscribe to the channel, you know, with the notification bell turned on so you don't miss any time I drop a video. And yeah, let me know if there's any other topics you want me to talk about. I got to get back on this road, make some of this money, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to insert some clear skies at the end of this as I'm traveling through Oklahoma so you guys can see what it looks like once I made it past. Beautiful, just straight beautiful. So with that being said, I appreciate your time. Thank you for clicking the video. It is the often imitated, never duplicated, the one and only Enrique Prince, aka Trucker P, aka Prince the Trucker. Catch y'all the next one. Do you understand that though, right? Safe travels. Peace.